My name is Bruce Scherer. I'm a parent at MLC, and we're still struggling with poor leadership in our building, but I'm not here to talk about MLC. I'm here to talk about Common Core. The Common Core, a lot of the concepts sound fine, but it's being rolled out in 45 states all at once without being shown to have worked anywhere. Remember when curriculum standards were written by educators, by trained teachers? That's not the case for the most part with Common Core. For example, of the 100 plus people who developed the K through 3 standards, not a single K through 3 teacher was involved in putting together the Common Core standards. It's more of the test and punish culture that we've seen through a little bit through the Race to the Top, but especially through No Child Left Behind. It means more time in our schools prepping for tests, less time for engaging curriculum, which is what we're seeing at MLC. It's setting supposed higher standards, and yet with a grossly underfunded system to try to meet those higher standards. It's setting schools up to fail. Schools with high student poverty rates will be depleted of even more wraparound services that students in poverty need to succeed. And these same students will also be depleted of a stimulating curriculum in favor of teaching to the test. In New York, for example, only 31% of students passed its Common Core test, the way that it's approaching it. That includes 3.2% of English language learners. Only 3.2% of those students passed. Only 17% of black students passed. Only 5% of special ed students passed. Now, students will end up demoralized by this test and punish approach, a test and punish approach that has not been shown to work. Look to the number of companies that are selling Common Core, that are selling student data systems, that are selling curriculum kits, that are selling testing systems. And now in schools, computer labs are blocked off for days, sometimes weeks, in favor of test preparation, in favor of administering the tests, instead of using these computer labs for engaging curriculum, instead of exploration of stimulating topics. And I would ask the board to take a look at the rising criticism of Common Core that's coming out of Boston and out of New York State, where teachers, principals, superintendents are calling Common Core into question. They're challenging the implementation, they're challenging the substance of it. For instance, one thing that Common Core advocates like to use is they like to use the word rigor. And rigor sort of sounds romantic, but when you look at the actual definition, it is abhorrent for schools. The actual definition is harsh inflexibility in opinion, temper, or judgment, the quality of being unyielding or inflexible, an act or instance of strictness, severity, or cruelty. And in your board packet tonight, the district's own polling shows that voters, 90% of voters support giving teachers more flexibility in creating a curriculum that engages their students. I believe in this district. I believe in the people who work in it at all levels. I would ask you to not buy into what Common Core is selling, and instead do what was right and put that effort and funding into proven practices and engaging curriculum.
Thank you very much.